Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and cutting to the chase, the next marathon will be Bill Paxton, who unfortunately died at the age of 61 from post-surgery on his heart. He had a post-surgical stroke following heart surgery, and I did that video with my friend Afri, but I felt like I wanted to do something more. Granted, it's nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's nothing, but I want to do a little marathon to honor the guy because he's one of those guys I love. And I wasn't sure how to do it because, well, quick life, there was also another guy who mentioned, hey, how about a retrospective on Bill Paxton? I'm like, do one video just going through all his films? And I'm like, you know what? I'll just do a little marathon. I won't go through every single film he's been in, but hey, fuck, I don't know how many other will do a marathon of Bill Paxton films, but I'll gladly do it. Just sort of a little way to honor the guy. He's a guy who's always talented, he's funny, he's a very underrated actor. He did do comedy, he did do drama. And getting back to what I started saying, I wasn't sure how to do it because I've reviewed quite a few films that feature Bill Paxton. I've reviewed Aliens, I've reviewed Tombstone, I've reviewed Apollo 13, I've reviewed The Vagrant, Monolith, Predator 2, yeah, I reviewed Twister. So how do I do it? Well, I want to do little twists, and I'll get into that. So for those who want to know what reviews of his I will be doing, feel free to watch this video. People are like, well, no shit. Sometimes you have to say that. You have to say the no shit stuff. I'm not going to take on his films, very, very early films. For example, Crazy Mama, he was uncredited. Stripes, I just reviewed that in the John Candy Marathon, and honestly, he plays a soldier. I saw Stripes recently. I can't remember seeing Bill Paxton in that. I'm not going to watch Night Warning or Lords of Discipline where he's only in it for teeny bits. Mortuary, it's a bigger part, but honestly, I'm not a fan of Mortuary, and I don't really feel right starting a marathon with a rant. Mortuary is one of those movies maybe I need to give another look, but you know what? I'll just say that for if I ever do a slasher marathon. Streets of Fire, he only played the bartender. Terminator, granted it's a big film, but he was only in the film for 30 seconds. I've already reviewed The Terminator. If I do review the film again, I want to do it for a Schwarzenegger marathon. And again, it'd be weird. I'm doing a Bill Paxton marathon, and I talk about the Terminator where he's in it for 30 seconds. You know what I mean? So the first review will be Weird Science, who plays a great role as Chet. Shit. Chet. My name is Chet. You know it's snowing in my room, god damn it! That'll be really fun. I've been wanting to review Weird Science. I love that movie. Commando, I remember his part. He's in it for literally 20 seconds. So, first review is going to be Weird Science. That'll be the review that will appear after this video. I don't know what day I'll start the marathon, but the next video you see from me will be Weird Science movie review. Now, Aliens, I already reviewed Aliens, and I even did a commentary with my friend Efrey. At the same time, I can't skip it if I'm doing a Bill Paxton marathon because it's Hudson. So I will be doing a solo fan commentary by myself on the extended cut of Aliens. I don't know how I will do because it's a very long movie, but at the same time, it's one of my favorite films of all time, so I will do my best. So I figure I want to do something. I already reviewed it. I already did commentary with my friend. Let me try doing a commentary by myself. I gotta do Aliens. It's Hudson. Why did you put her in charge? I will review Near Dark. I thought I reviewed that, but I don't. Maybe on my older channel. But I will. That's a film that's grown on me over the years. When I first saw Near Dark, I wasn't the biggest fan of it because at the time I was really still am into Fright Night and The Lost Boys, and then Near Dark was kind of that other vampire movie. But I've grown to like it. I'm just not a big fan of the lead guy, Adrian Pasdar, or Pastor, however you say it. But I always loved Bill and Lance Henriksen, Jeanette Goldstein in it, and Tim Thomerson. So I do want to give Dear Dark another look and review that. I might check out a film he did called Pass the Ammo. For those who don't know what that is, it's a 1988 comedy which had him, Annie Potts, Linda Kozlowski from the Crocodile Dundee films, and Tim Curry. It's supposed to be a spoof on televangelism. And it was among the time where some of them had a big scandal. I think it was Jim Baker and Jimmy Swaggart. I might give that a look. Slipstream, I don't know. I remember not being the biggest fan of Slipstream. I don't know. I guess if there's a big demand, but I remember not liking the film. Bill wasn't the problem, but if there's a big demand in the comments to review Slipstream, then maybe I will. Next of Kin, he's only in it for a little bit, then he dies. I don't really feel like... Next of Kin, I'd rather wait if I ever do a Patrick Swayze marathon. So after Pass the Ammo, I will probably do Navy SEALs. I've actually never reviewed Navy SEALs. I'm going to give that another look. Predator 2, I already did. Once again, Predator 2, I did a review for, defending the film. I did a commentary on my friends Mike and Effrey. So Predator 2, I will do a solo commentary like I'm doing for Aliens. Because I have to talk about Predator 2 if I'm doing a Bill Paxton marathon. Because his character, Jerry Lambert, is one of my favorite characters he's played. The Vagrant, sure, I'll give that another review. I like that film. I'll check out One False Move. I've heard that's a pretty good role from Bill Paxton. So I'll check out One False Move. I don't know if I'll do another review of Monolith. Maybe, for shits and giggles. I might do it. Tombstone, again, I already reviewed the film, and that's one I don't really feel comfortable doing a commentary on Tombstone, so maybe I'll do another review, just for the fuck of it. Let's see. And I can't do every single film because I just don't have the time. And the thing was with Bill Paxton, unfortunately, he didn't get to star in a lot of films. There's a lot of movies where he's just part of an ensemble. For example, True Lies. He's in it for a few minutes, and True Lies I'd rather wait for if I ever do a Schwarzenegger marathon. Same with, I mean, he was in one called The Evening Star or Titanic. But after if I do Tombstone or whether I don't do Tombstone, same with Monolith, whether I do or don't, I will do another review for about Apollo 13, because the last review I did was only 15 minutes long. I think I'd do a bit better than that. I enjoy Apollo 13. Twister, I already reviewed Twister, but I will actually asked this on Facebook, and 2 people mentioned how about a commentary, a solo commentary on Twister. I can do that, so I'll do a solo commentary on Twister for Bill. Titanic, I've never been a big Titanic fan. The acting's not the problem. The special effects are not the problem. It's just a 3-hour, very sappy, very overlong story. And it's just one of those films that when it came out, it got overplayed so much that I got annoyed by it. Like even the song. I don't mind the song, the theme song. Why can't I not remember the name? Fuck. I can hear the music. My Heart Will Go On. I don't think it's a bad song, but like the movie, you heard it every fucking day that you just got tired of it. I'm like, I don't want to see it again. So it's one of those movies that I got annoyed by the movie. So I don't... Bill, unfortunately, only has a small role, so there's no point. But I'll check out A Simple Plan. I saw it once a long time ago. I remember not being a biggest fan of it. But to be fair, I was watching on cable, and I only saw bits and pieces. So it'd be fair to see the whole thing from beginning to end. But I remember like kind of checking in and out. But I want to give that another look, A Simple Plan, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. I will check out Mighty Joe Young. I remember liking that film. Then I will probably review Frailty. I enjoy Frailty. I think Frailty is a damn good film. He directed that as well as starred in it. And then after that, he did a lot of bit parts. Spy Kids 2. He was a narrator in Ghost of the Abyss. Club Dread. I mean, he had a bit role. Thunderbirds. I don't want to watch Thunderbirds. Haywire. The Colony. I reviewed The Colony. That was a piece of shit. Not because of Bill, but just that movie was lame. Two Guns, Mark Wahlberg fucked the movie up for me because I like Denzel as the good guy. I liked Bill Paxton as the bad guy, but I don't like Mark Wahlberg. Well, there are exceptions to the rule. I liked him in Pain and Gain. I liked him in The Italian Job. I like... What was the other movie? The Big Hit. But in that movie, he just annoyed me, Mark Wahlberg. And maybe I'll review Edge of Tomorrow. I've heard good things about Nightcrawler. I might review that. So, for those who got confused, let me go back. Sum it up. After this, I will review Weird Science. Then I will do a solo fan commentary of Aliens. Then I will review Near Dark. Maybe a review of Past the Ammo. Slipstream, unless there's a big hoopla for me to review Slipstream. I just remember not being a big fan, although Bill Paxton was good in it. Then I will review Navy SEALs. I will do a solo fan commentary on Predator 2. I'll do another review of The Vagrant. I'll check out One False Move. Maybe Monolith, maybe not, I don't know. Tombstone, again, I already reviewed that. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we'll see. Again, maybe if there's a big demand down below in the comments section. I will review Apollo 13. I will do another review for it. I will do a solo fan commentary on Twister since I've reviewed it before. He's the extreme. He went out there naked, said, "Have a drink," and threw it, and the bottle never hit the ground. See, there was another Bill, an evil Bill, and I killed him. So I will do a solo commentary on Twister. And then the next one will probably be A Simple Plan, Mighty Joe Young, Frailty, and then I'll end it with Edge of Tomorrow, because he's pretty... No, I'll do Edge of Tomorrow, and then I'll try to check out Nightcrawler. Because I've heard a lot of people say, hey, Nightcrawler's pretty good, and he had a good, not a huge role, but he had a nice sized role in it. Plus I've heard it's a good film. So, that will be what will be coming next. So, if you're not interested, sorry, that's just the way it is. For those who are interested, stay tuned for a bit of a Bill Paxton marathon. I don't know when the review for Weird Science will be up, because let's see, by the time I upload this, it'll probably be around Tuesday. Thursday night I'm busy. Wednesday night I might be busy. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. Can't make any promises. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.